friends and Elm Street family. Today is Thursday, April the 22nd, and I'm Miss Jo coming at you from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Today I'm going to do the last of the worry strategy cards that I've been using from Counselor Carrie, and then we'll move on to something else, I guess, tomorrow. So today's strategy is self-talk. And self-talk is super duper important. It sounds a little silly, self-talk. What does that even mean? It's talking to yourself? Yeah, it actually is. So I don't even mean, it's not even necessarily talking to yourself out loud. Sometimes it's the things we say in our minds, or sometimes it's the things we say out loud. Like if you make a mistake and you say something you think or say, oh, I'm so dumb. That's self-talk, and that's not a nice thing to say. So you'll see one of my little posters up here. It says, I am my own best friend. I will try to always treat myself kindly. So if one of your friends makes a mistake, do you say, oh, you're so dumb? Probably not. So if you don't say that to a friend, you certainly shouldn't say it to yourself. Because once you say these things, after a while, you might start to believe them. And they're not true. Sometimes things are hard for us, but that doesn't make you dumb. That's a really not nice word. And nobody feels good when they hear words like that. If you say things like that to yourself, then you're not going to feel good and you're not going to do your best because you're going to come to believe that you're not capable when you are. The only thing we want from you is your best effort. And when we tell ourselves things like that and we say mean things to ourselves, we can't do our best effort at times like that. So self-talk, change your words. We believe the words we say to ourselves. So change the way you talk to yourself. What can you say to build yourself up in this moment? I can control my breathing. I am stronger than my worries. So your self-talk is a little bit like your mantra. Or you can make a mantra replace any self-talk that you use that's not very kind to yourself. I have survived every day of my life so far. I can get through this moment. So these things are super important, how we speak to ourselves. If you tell yourself that you can't do something, you're probably going to be right because you won't be able to put your best effort and you'll come to believe that you can't do it. If you tell yourself that you can do something, then you will put forth your best effort. And you might not get it right the first time or the second time or the third time or the 10th time, but you keep on trying. Think about riding a bike. It's not easy to learn, or skating, any of those things. If we tell ourselves we can't do them, then we'll be absolutely right because we won't keep trying and we won't make mistakes and we won't learn from them and we'll be right. But if you tell yourself you can learn, then you'll accept that mistakes are okay. You can make mistakes, you can learn from them, and you can just try again. And that is how we learn. All right, the next card that we're going to talk about is that your responsibility? Examine your worry thought. Is this something that is your responsibility? Or is it someone else's responsibility? If it's your responsibility, take a positive action. But if it's not your responsibility, refocus your thoughts on something that is your responsibility. So, for example, if you say, I keep noticing garbage on the ground out there, and other people are throwing it on the ground, and it's not my responsibility. It's their responsibility not to do it. Can you make those other people not throw it? You can ask. You can't make them. But if it really bothers you, what you can do is get some gloves and an adult and say, can we go out and clean up some of that mess? That's something that we can do to make it look better and to make me feel better if that's bothering me, if I'm worrying about that. So you can't make other people not throw the garbage down. That's not your responsibility and you're not able to do it. But you can choose to not do it yourself, not throw garbage on the ground yourself. And you can also choose to go out and pick up some garbage. But make sure you do it in a safe way with an adult. Never go on your own, and always wear protective things like a pair of gloves. And if you have one of those little pick up things, those little sticks with the thing that you use to pick up, that's even safer because then you don't have to touch anything at all. All right. Other things that might not be your responsibility would be if you're worrying about your family's finances, if you're worrying how your parents are going to pay for your home or buy food. Those things aren't your responsibility. You're a kid. That's your parents' responsibility. So what you can think about is, what can I do in this? Well, what I can do is make sure that I don't waste food, that I only take what I absolutely need, and that you don't waste anything really, that you don't break or use things on purpose, use up things on purpose that you don't need, because that's a good way to help your family stretch its resources. Or you choose that you will eat leftovers, if maybe even they're not your favorite thing, because that helps your family's food stretch a little farther. So that's how you can use "is that your responsibility" to help you with your worry thoughts. All right, my friends, I do have one more, a last one, and this one's super important. Ask for help. Each and every one of us needs help at some point in time. All of us. Miss Jo needs help sometimes. Sometimes I have to ask my family, or sometimes I have to ask Mrs. Reeves, my boss, for help with something because I can't handle it on my own. And that's okay. It's okay to ask for help when we need help. Sometimes parents need to ask for help in times like this. If they don't have enough food for their families, they can ask for help from the government, or from your school, or from different organizations in your community that are there to help you. So you are not in this alone. Reach out to someone who cares about you. Ask for help when your worry thoughts are overwhelming. So I'm someone that the kids at my school can reach out to. You can email me at jxcullen, that's JXCULLEN, at edu.pe.ca. And if you need help with something, you can always reach out and ask, and I will do my best to help you. All right, my friends, that's everything for today. We went pretty long today. You take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.